Ooh, whoa. Let's shut this off. The hell? All right, we good now. We good now. For the love of Tron. Hey, Penguin. Welcome back. Arian, what's up? Just getting things set up over here. Perfect. Radical. All right, I think we got everything going good here. Let's get into it today. Now for the floor, now looking at it back now, it's the next day here. Do we want to change this color at all? Lennox, what up? Welcome back. Thank you, Arian. Thank you, Lennox. You're all too kind. Thank you, Leighton. You know what I gotta do? I gotta get this charging cable out of my face. Yeah, we're doing color now, Penguin. It's starting to get exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Leighton, yeah, for sure. Gotta add that square for you for sure. While you're at it, hit me on Instagram or TikTok too. All as well. All Treyu draws. Everyone hydrated today, drinking enough water? Okay. Now, let's dive in. Let's just start working on the guy and we'll go from there. I'm gonna rasterize like literally every layer that I can see. Because I think it's that time. That's perfect. I just started live stream 4 minutes ago. So you're not missing anything. Which is perfect. So now I'm gonna label this as Shading. Put this there. Get my brush good to go. Probably shut off smoothing on this one. Maybe just leave it at like, I don't know, like 11 or something like that. 13 even. Okay. We're good to go. Now, thinking about the illustrative style. I think the shading should all be probably one color, one saturation, one value. Hey, Liana. Welcome. Now, grab this. Let's go saturation up. Brightness down. Just curious to see what color is going to feel great on this. Thank you, Leighton. Yeah, I'm looking for a color that's going to work out well here. I don't want to go too saturated. So maybe something like that's going to be enough. Just going to copy this color just so we have it. All right. I'm going to figure out how the shadows work on this helmet. I'm new to this. Meaning, I'm not really sure how they should flow. Hey, Versatile, welcome back. Don't mind me, everyone, as I gotta figure out how to shade this helmet. I need a reference. So I'm gonna go to Pinterest real quick. I wonder if it'd be cool if his helmet piece was actually red. Let's see. Wow, 23? Very cool. It's gonna help me here on Pinterest. Let's see. Maybe that. Okay. Yeah, and sorry guys if I don't see too much of the chat. The chat's pretty busy, and I really got to start to focus on how I'm gonna go about this shading for the helmet now. So please don't take that personally if I'm not answering back right away. Hmm. Maybe I gotta go more general. With like, I'm gonna bring down the brightness a little bit. Brightness and less saturation. So, what do I know? I know he's gonna have some sort of like circle here. The YouTube Live is probably not gonna see it too good because it's such a light color. Yeah, this isn't looking too bad there now. Okay. You're too kind there, Lennox. Maybe it has like a little uptick here. And then in the back, maybe there's another like little shadow line kind of thing back here. And then what we do is we grab this, then we go lighter in saturation for some highlights that come down across. little something like a little character type stuff. And maybe at the base there's like kind of this highlighted area down there. See you later, Penguin. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Eliana. Do 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 do. A Fantastic Four drawing? That'd be crazy. Like maybe the Silver Surfer or something. Oh, you thought the bathroom sign was coming out? Yeah, almost. I mean, this is what causes the bathroom, right? Not quite. Not quite yet. Okay, cool. I'm kind of liking the way this helmet's coming out, which is a good sign. We're gonna go slightly darker on this. Maybe even darker like that. All right, peace out, Versatile. And then I'm gonna do for everything else, I'm gonna write armor shading. And I'm not sure how long this is going to take me, Linux. I hope it'd be great to be able to finish it today, but I think we're getting really close. After I do shading, then add some textures and things like that. Um, Other minor details, but I think we're getting pretty close. Yeah, thank you very much, Linux. Liking the way the helmet came out too. We'll see if it's the final version, but either way, yeah, it's starting to look good. This side definitely has like a little bit of shade here. No, I started this drawing, I think last week. I think about 10 hours into the drawing. Yeah, this drawing is taking me a little bit longer than my normal ones. I think just because I'm giving it a little bit more attention. I have this particular style that I wanted to kind of end up like that I've never really tried before. So it's a little bit new to me. But I'm enjoying it every step of the way. Yeah, definitely worth it for sure. And in my headphones right now, I'm listening to the Tron soundtrack from the film just to get me in the complete groove of this thing. Feel all the vibes of it. Thank you. Now I can go and highlight certain armor like this leg plate. Command Shift inverse that. And just go in with my eraser. And it's already highlighted, right? Because I already did that work earlier on, so I already have these blocks carved out. Same with this leg plate here. Now for the foot. Perfect. And then just the boot here. The bottom of the shoe. Oopsie daisies. Click on the armor shading. Yeah, thanks, imposter. I'll hit you with a zoom out on this thing. So you can see the whole image so far. Yeah, Tron bikes real, it'd be so sick. I have seen some real people make them in real life. I don't know how operational they are, but yeah, they're cool things. I mean, I'd love a Tron suit. A Tron suit would be amazing. Well, the armor's all shaded. I think a lot of people maybe don't know what Tron is. Amazing movie, Tron Legacy. You should check it out. I'm going to add another layer here. I'm going to write this close shading. All right. So the overall shading on this guy, I know it's going to kind of sit like this. This is all dark. Dark, 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 dark. Shut off that flow. What happened here? Oh, that's what happened there. I wanted to shut off the smoothing, not the flow. We probably erase just a little bit here on the front end of him. Something like that. Ah, thank you very much, Lennox. Is the soundtrack done? Almost. I go down to the bike and I'm going to add a I think bike highlight. We'll do opposite of shadow on this one because I think the bike's already dark enough. Smoothing up. We know that the light's going to be kind of shifting around the back here. Something like that. This definitely sticks out a little bit here. I'll be on for a while here, Lennox. Probably like another hour and a half. All right, yeah. Peace out. Thanks for being here. Gonna highlight this rear hub. Delete everything that's outside of it. And that just leaves me with that highlighted area there. Now for the top over here. That sounds good, Imposter. Yeah, thanks for being here. This top one's going to have a little bit more of a rounded. See what I mean there? A little bit more oomph on that one. Hey, nobody. Welcome. I'm doing excellent. Thank you for asking. How are you? Not the best? I'm sorry I'm not able to sleep. Yeah, Kevin, this dude's probably pretty powerful. Strong, man. Hello, Kevin. Thank you, nobody. How did I get the idea? there's a new Tron Ares movie coming out, and the movie poster was pretty cool. I like the characters, I like the vibe, so I kind of use that as my inspiration. I'll grab that inspiration photo for you here. Here it is. Really dig it. Really love the vibe. So I felt inspired and went for it. Are there highlights anywhere else on this equipment here? Maybe like just to highlight a little bit of the engine compartments. And maybe on the back there's a what pen is this? This is just a standard Wacom stylist. I use a Wacom device for a drawing pad. I don't want to overdo it with the detail there. So let's go on to like shadow. Just gonna add another dimension to this. You guys are really too kind in the chat. Hey, MZ. I remember you. Welcome back. And this is yesterday's pick that I was drawing. Starting to add color and shading. Oh, my dog is doing amazing. Happy, healthy. Yeah, best of luck to you getting to bed there, nobody. Count backwards from 1 million. Falling right asleep. You want to see the full artwork? Sure thing, Dots. This is how we're looking so far. Or take sleepy tea or drugs. Yes, sir. Not doctor advice, but take some drugs. Can I see my dog? My dog's upstairs. No, sorry. Thank you, Dots. Thank you kindly. Maybe the shadow goes like that, down and in. I'm not looking for an accurate description of these shadows. I'm just more so looking to have a good feeling to it. How old is the channel? I've had the channel for, sheesh, might have been 2014 or something like that. But I just started putting videos up on it about 100 days ago. What up, Blaze? No, I don't make any manga or comics, but I do appreciate that art form for sure. I think it's really cool. I've always been somewhat interested in reading Guts or Berserk. I've seen the anime Berserk from 1997 and really love that. And so now I'm just like, I've heard good things about the manga. What device am I using? I'm using a Wacom tablet with Photoshop connected to my MacBook Pro. And what's my most famous art? To be honest, I haven't posted a crazy amount online, but I would say something that did pretty well. Let me look through my art here. Finished art. I think people responded pretty well to this one called Void. Had a fun making this one, for sure. I am actually going to open up some print sales at some point soon here too. So if there's art that people like, they'll be able to grab it. Hey, Emily, what are my steps in making a piece like this? Well, I start with a rough draft, kind of like finding out how the balance of the photo wants to weigh, how the pose is going to be. Play around a lot like that. After I do that, then I do a more accurate layer, really kind of figuring out the shapes and the areas that those shapes are going to be in. And then I do another pass over that where I really start to dive into exact shapes. So I work a lot off shapes. And then after the shapes are there, then on this one, I did a layer of line work. so I could kind of bring out some detail from those shapes, and then set the values, and then set the colors after that. Oh, that's wild, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, dots. I'm about probably 10.5 hours into this piece. I live in New England in the United States. Might not. I haven't been doing it 10 hours straight now. I do it in intervals to help me kind of take it in strides. I'd like to get my what do you call it? My endurance up for drawing. You want to see one of my finished drawings? Yeah, sure. I'll grab another one here for you guys. One moment. Do you want to see a physical, or do you want to see a digital piece of art? To see my setup, I'd have to take my camera off my mount here. I don't want to do that. Going through my art. You want to see a physical piece? All right, one moment. I'll go. I got to step away. I got to go grab it. 1 second. Okay. This is a. Well, the camera's a little close, but this is a charcoal drawing. He's got like this beam of light coming out of his chest, beam of light coming out of his pineal gland on his forehead. But yeah, I like the texture in his chest a lot. This one came out pretty cool. Whoa. Yeah, thank you all. Appreciate the love. And now you want to see a digital piece too? Here, one moment. I'll get another digital piece for you. We'll go with maybe a beautiful painting, digital painting like this. This one's called Freedom. Kind of a fun one. Alrighty. Peace out, dots. Thank you, Emily. All right, back to the shadowing on the bike. Disney should be paying me to be talking about Tron so much and hyping it up, eh? Come on, Disney. I should tag them right in the freaking post. Tag them in live, and they advertise it on the Disney YouTube channel. Imagine that. How crazy that would be. Ooh, I can use my lasso tool on this one. See, this is going to be all dark in here. Perfect. Brush. Perfect. And then underneath the engine is definitely shadowed. And again, I know this isn't exactly correct on how the shadowing would be. I'm more so doing this for a vibe, for a feeling. I'm not necessarily looking for accuracy here. If I was, this piece would look completely different. I'm going to go to the highlights real quick and just go there and erase this. Yeah, I could show you the Emily in one sec. I'll show you the inspiration for this piece, but I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Tron. There's two of them so far. The piece I'm drawing is for the new movie that's coming out, the third one that's going to be released in October, called Tron Ares. But Tron Legacy is one of my favorite films of all time, and I will show you the movie poster that got me excited about creating something like this. So this is it. Here it is. Badabumski. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey Blaze, you want to chill out with the asking people to sub to you? Thank you for stopping by, Emily. Appreciate you. All right. Everyone say goodbye to Blaze. We'll give him 10 minutes timeout. Go back to the bike shadow. What I'm noticing is this shadow line could probably come up a lot higher here. Like, this can all be shadowed out. Yeah. There are small things that I'm doing accurately. Like, this middle piece is higher than this other piece on the fin on the side of the back of the wheel. So what I'm doing is I'm just changing the shadow and how it would fall with the light. Like this, for instance, needs to be now a little lower. And that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. And then we'll do the inside of the wheels too. Can't forget about that. Then, I guess I don't really need to erase anything back there. That's all pretty good. Can make this piece darker here. Just gonna go to the pedal hub, overlay. Just make it the same color as that. Call it a day. I actually might go a little darker. Delicious. Cool. One thing I need to do is I need to select that back hub for the wheel. I need to open up that tire area again here. So rasterize the layer, command, hold that back wheel hub, and then command shift inverse, bike shadow, go to my eraser tool, just erase that right there. Much better. I'm actually thinking about the shadow line. Maybe the shadow line goes like up, kind of thing. And then in the wheel hub, Oh, look at that. I found an error. Okay. I found an error. Go to my line work on the bike. Check this out. There's a line that we're crossing here that needs to go away. Better. Back to my bike shadow. We went on a bus with about 2 people. Well, welcome back. Oh, 20 people. Hi, Itsuki. Like a super jammed freaking bus. That's a lot of fun. What have we found here? An old friend appears. That's crazy, Kevin. What, are you coming from work or something? Yeah, seriously. Run some errands. Word. Gotta save this Photoshop file, make sure I don't lose anything. me go back to that clip, that pedal hub, grab that. And I'm just gonna maybe grab that. Just kind of brighten it up a little bit, have some fun there. Have I recently taken public transportation? No. I don't live in any sort of city, so I just have a car. But yeah, 90 degrees, pretty warm. Pretty warm out there where you're at. No, I wish I had a motorcycle like this guy. That'd be sick. You know what's gonna really bring this thing to life? Is underneath the bike, on the ground. I call this a bike shadow. And let's think about how we want to run this. No, it needs to be much smoother than that. What is it? Also, I don't remember. Do you give your art any lore? Do you remember? You say you don't remember where this piece is from, Kevin? And because this one does have lore, just only because it's from the movies Tron. But I don't typically give my art any lore. I'm gonna grab both the bike and the guy. I'm gonna duplicate them. I'm gonna merge them. I'm gonna grab him. Oh no, he's a ghost. Check it out. And then I want to image, transform, flip vertical. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, this piece in particular, I don't. What are your thoughts? Do you have any kind of cool potential on where this guy's at with the story? Yeah, I mean, oh, you've only seen the old one from 50 years back? Dang, man. You gotta check out Tron Legacy for sure. It's such a fun movie. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna just do a color overlay on this. The color can be this, but brighter, less saturated, or maybe all the way dark. Put it underneath everything. This was more so just to give me a sense of how this could possibly look. So now I'm going to lower the opacity on that thing, lock that layer. I'm going to add a new layer on the top here with my brush smoothing all the way up. Get this big brush going here. Paint all this in. I like that, Kevin. I like that thought process. Looking back at his buddy, like, hey, you ready to do this thing? We're going to head into the city, figure out what's going on. Maybe they're going to go save somebody. Do you know where it's available? I use 123movies.com. It has just about any movie you could ever think of for free. So you can give that a try. Yeah. Yeah, check it out. All right, now ground. They definitely will be. Yeah, it's a fun story. The effects are a lot of fun. Shadow. Yeah, so I've got a light shadow on everything now. Not the city in the background, but the light's coming from the top left area. So I do have this, and I'm wondering if I need to make his shirt brighter. If I do so, will it help accentuate the shadows on the shirt? Alrighty. I'm gonna grab this just to have it. The skew for this color. Color overlay. Like if I go brighter on this, something like that. That does help. Make it rain, girl, make it rain. Bouse. Ooh, you're right there, Kevin. Speaking of which, I need to put these red lines above this shadow here. Or maybe I do hit a blend mode on this. Release clipping mask there. Maybe it just straight falls underneath it. Yeah, okay. And the bike, I think the bike's mid-tone area could probably be a little bit, I don't know, more saturated. Let me go back into the bike here. Let me just check this rear hub. I like to experiment on this one. Go to brightness. Yeah, something like that would probably work. So let me copy this skew here. Respect one. And with that being said, now let's go into the saddle block. Hit that with a color overlay. Just a slight difference in that, but I think will be working. Front hub. Yeah. Then the engine block here. Color overlay on that. Yeah, that works. Kind of makes those highlights pop a little bit more. This fin block. Yeah, that works too. The skull. Oh, the sky. It's got a light blue to it. We might play with that a little bit more. I might play with that for sure. Let's see if there's anything else that needs to be done there. Actually, if I go to the sky, back to the clouds, color overlay. Ooh, what if it's a deep blue? Just curious on the red here. Okay, yeah, you remember that forearm one? Yeah, cool. Do something with the ground? What are you thinking? I think it'd be cool to maybe make these beams glow or something. On the ground here, let's see. And the sky too. Kind of like it a little darker. Yeah, the glowing is definitely like Tron. I hear you for sure. Concerned about these clouds actually now. As far as being too saturated. Maybe too bright too. For the ground, going back to the ground here. Kevin, you're thinking over here. Oh, I think it needs to be cool, or else it's gonna mess up with the reds there. Okay, word. It's not coming up good on the stream here because the colors are weird, but I'm wondering what would help this look more accurate. I'm curious if what we're thinking about these reds. If I go back into the bike here, or even let's start with the bike because the bike has a lot more lights. Just wondering if we go even more saturated on that. Probably could do that. I'm going to copy this. Go into the front light. Color overlay there, good. Now the wheel lights. Color overlay there. Now go into the guy. All right, everyone. We're still rolling and rocking here. I just need to go to the bathroom real quick. So I'm going to put my handy dandy sign, and I will be right back. Bam. Grab my headphones again. Okay. Oh. Grab my pen. Some lasers into this guy. That'd be crazy. So it's kind of like an attention grabbing thing right here. Yeah, let's just out of curiosity toss it in there. That's a cool idea, Kevin. I'm also gonna mess with those city lights. Be a lot less saturated. Not a lot less, but less for sure. And the brightness can go down on them too. I'm also wondering if this city needs to be darker. Grab my brush. I think this needs to be almost like a soft brush. Hey, LD. Thank you, LD. Oh, go ahead and some tubing? Word. That's going to be a lot of fun. I used to love tubing growing up. Mm-hmm. Having such a hard time keeping this straight. Like tubing behind a boat on a lake or something, lake or the ocean. A big passion of mine growing up too was kneeboarding. If you're a kneeboard idiot, bro. Wakeboarding's cool too. I just actually surfed the other day behind a boat, which was a lot of fun. Threw away the rope, freaking awesome. Hell yeah, you bro. And what we do is we grab these city lights, duplicate them, rasterize the layer, then we go into the city, Command Shift Inverse Delete. City lights, making them a little bit brighter. Rasterize layer style, going to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Perfect. Same with these city lights back here. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay. I might actually take my put a mask on this one here. Got my soft brush. This needs to be black, obviously. Do you have any overused tropes that you love regardless? Tropes? Well, maybe not. Maybe not tropes, but I tend to put horns on a lot of my female characters quite a bit. I like to draw fantasy things and sci-fi things quite a bit. So I kind of stick to those genres and aspects. Gonna make this slightly brighter. Make this a Gaussian blur as well. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I feel like something's missing still. Trying to figure that out. Maybe I don't like the armor set that he's got on, like as far as the colors go on it. So go back into the guy. And then maybe the clothes shading should be slightly different too. Maybe less saturation on that. Hey, Arash. I'm drawing a Tron Ares inspired piece of art. Yeah, and that's you. What Kevin said. Maybe there's a glow behind the city. More of a glow. So if I go behind the city, right in here, I'm going to call this City Glow. I'm going to get my big soft brush going. And I'm going to grab this, saturation down lower, brightness higher. I'm following the square challenge thing. Can you give a hint on what it is? It's definitely a dragon, the entire piece, except there's something else on the canvas that has not been revealed. I unfortunately cannot reveal what that is yet. That one's going to remain a mystery. Thank you, Eden. What up, Leo? I'm sorry, Greg. What up, Greg? I was reading the thing you said in the chat, Leo, instead of hello. Hello, Greg. Yeah, we won't know until it is uncovered there, Arash. So we'll see. Just out of curiosity, would it help the screen if I lowered this light brightness back here? That does I think that helps it a little bit. Does that look better, everyone? Can't really tell on the screen too much there. No worries. No worries if not. All right, it's better for you, Eden. Cool. Going back to the bike and underneath. Or actually, it's the highlights, actually. Bike highlight, color overlay. That feels kind of cool. Big vibes today, everyone. Having a lot of fun on this piece. Do you hear my headphones, Kevin? I can't listen to it out loud. I'll get copyright stroke. As long as you can't hear the song, I'm good. I've heard that either. It's a back crack right there. Oh, man. Yeah, you're not going crazy, or there's no Sasquatch around here, or Godzilla. Going back to the shadows here, I think I could maybe pull the bike shadow up a little bit more. Yeah, no strikes for me over here. No strikes or strokes, right? I'm actually going to find something else to listen to real quick. Let's see what the vibe is. Might go to one of my all-time favorites recently. This is some Roy Dubs. Possibly. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see here. Roy. Okay. I think his now going back to his armor again, and I'm thinking that needs to be a little bit darker. A little darker. Yeah, what up with it now, yeah? How you going, mate? More Australian than anything right there. Where you been to, man? This bike shadow's wrong. To Boston? Yeah, welcome to the fucking area over here. You know, we're parking and the spots is kind of jammed out here. And I don't know, I'm looking for a coffee, get myself some mashed potatoes and gravy and get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying, Greg? All right. I'm from Southie. You got nothing on me down here. It's like a different kind of life, a different kind of culture. Hi, welcome, new. Happy to have you here. Can I do Shrek? uh, uh, sh- That'll do, donkey. That'll do. What are you doing in my swamp? Ogres are like onions. They have layers. What up, potato? What are you, a couch potato? Shrek would be proud. penguin, potato, clone. Look at all these usernames in here. This is wild. We were wilding out here. Inside the wheel hub. Peace out, clone. I think we could add another highlight on this guy here. You know where? On his pant. If I go to lights, grab this little tool here. And look what that I found. A little error as well while we're at it. Get my hard round brush in there. Look at this. There's like this little highlight area over here. I gotta find out where that's coming from. Maybe I just didn't shadow everything enough. Yeah, that's where it is. We could probably open up his back a little bit here, actually. I'm gonna apply a mask to his chaqueta. Hey, I like that quote, Kevin. don't know if I like that. How do you draw something look fluffy? I think less is more. So I would start with probably like a nice big soft brush, and then I wouldn't draw the tiny little strands. I would just draw a few, kind of sporadically with different sizes to kind of just let the mind know that that's what it is. So you want to think about the concept of things like as not exactly how they are, but how are they registered in the brain. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, yeah. I would start big and loose, and then add the small details sporadically. What kind of traditional art do you do? I think what's going to really bring this home is adding some textures into this thing. We're not quite there yet, but yeah, graphite, pencils, eraser. I love it. You can make some incredible stuff with those tools. Work with what you got, right? 100%. It was many years until I even got a tablet myself. And for the ground, I feel like I'm settling into how things are starting to look here. I'm going to go to the ground again. And I'm going to grab a loose brush, just a soft brush. Yeah, Eden, I like the tablet a lot because it's just so convenient. I found that the more I reduce the barrier to entry to begin the art, the more I actually will do it. Yeah. I wonder how many layers I have on this freaking drawing. I feel like I got like 60 layers or something crazy. One day, Krita will be mine once I can afford a tablet and pen. I'm not sure what Krita is. But have the mindset that you can afford it already. You are wealthy, and money effortlessly flows into your life. Oh, yeah. Okay, so going back to the clouds. Here we are, back to the clouds. Are the clouds too distracting? Is kind of what I want to think about right now. All right, Alex. Is the cloud too... Maybe if they're lighter, is this beam too distracting back here? City light. Do we need to go more or less back there? Crit is a free art software that is really confusing to master. Charcoal's your enemy. Yeah, it definitely stains shit for sure. But charcoal's fun to use. It's definitely fun because it's so malleable. If I go in front of the city with a brush, what if I paint like a haze down here? We could do haze. What if it's a darker haze? That's even darker than that. What if this goes underneath the city lights? Ew, no. What if the haze is bright, desaturated? Ooh. I kind of like this. Kind of like that. Kind of brings the focus a little bit more towards the biker by adding that that gentle fog. See, without it, yeah, it creates a little separation in there, a little atmospheric ambiance. Now. Now. How do we punch this just a little bit more further here? If I go into my regular brush again, go onto the guy. I'm just going to add some shadows. I'm going to call them detail shadows in my layers, just to pick apart different things. So I'm going to go real close in here. Hey, Jenna. And I'm going to go and just use the lasso tool to go through everything that... Ooh, what's this error here? What is this error here? It's not the guy. It's the bike line. Okay, we need to do some erasing here. Erase. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. I love how, Kevin, you're like, anyone else hear that thumping? She cracks me up. Hey, Kai. I'm drawing a character from the movie Tron. Sometimes fast is good. Good. Thank you, Kai. Yeah, Kevin's a real one. And so are you, Jenna. Happy you both are here. This might be like a little something to add a little character to. That, and that. Then maybe up here. Maybe the circumference. What are the drawings going to show? I can grab one in just a second here to show you something else I've done. Just give me a moment here. This little inlet can be a little shadowed area too. Very cool. And then I'm gonna go and just hit the paint bucket on that real quick just to have that in there. And then I'm gonna go show Kai here one of my other recent drawings. So I'll show something completely new that no one has seen yet. Go to my finished art. Well, as far as no one's seen it yet, I don't know, but I'll show you my dragon eye. Actually, has anyone here seen Neon Genesis Evangelion? I did a dedication to Asuka before. Check this out. This one was really fun to make. Really going for that graphic-y style. Really enjoyed it. Asuka. Yeah, Evangelion. Yeah, thank you all. Okay, back to these little pieces here, these little nuggets that I have selected. Color overlay. What if it's like this, but then it's just more saturated? And then slightly brighter. Or slightly darker. If we go darker, what does it look like? I think I like brighter. And now yeah, I could definitely do more anime art for sure. There's honestly so much art to make. It's like, is life even long enough to make it all? No, it's not. It's not. Toga? What's Toga from? I think the bottom of this book can be yeah, what kind of shows are you starting to watch there, Jonna? I'm not sure what MHA means there, Kai. Is that Monster Hunter? Or what is that? Could go to the bottom of a shoe. Color overlay. Dark. Dan? Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. My Hero Academia. I think I watched the first season and a half of My Hero Academia. And then kind of pieced out of it. Yeah, I remember that too, Kevin. And what's up, Burger? What do y'all recommend? I think it depends on the vibe for you, Jenna, and your interests. Like, kind of what you enjoy. I've seen so many. Demon Slayer's pretty wild for sure. I really enjoyed Darling in the Franxx. Obviously Berserk 1997, but that's an acquired taste. Death Note. You like action and play things? Okay. Death Note, Jenna. Death Note. Either that or Attack on Titan is pretty wild. This fog is just a little intense on the buildings back there, so I'm going to reduce that just a little bit. The fog. City, city, city. Oh, there's a value there that I'm just catching that looks a little off. The tire needs to be darker on the bike. Rear tire. Color overlay. This a bit darker. Cool. We're getting close, everyone. We're getting close. Oh, what am I doing? Everything needs a glow here. All these lights need a glow. So, rear bike light, for instance. I'm going to open up a new layer above everything. Light glow, I'm going to call it. And I'm going to grab my magic wand tool. Grab those on the bike. Grab these. Grab that. I'm going to grab this. I got to command shift it. Command shift. Command shift. That's the command I was missing on. Command shift. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to go hit the G button there. And then brush. Lennox, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I can appreciate that everyone's being kind to each other in the chat. I think that's really cool. All right, we got the lights. Check this out, everyone. Ready? So I've got all the lights selected. Now I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Yeah. Gotta make these things glow. This one could probably use a color overlay. Thank you all. Yeah, Kevin, I enjoyed the story. The ending was the only thing I was a little confused on, and I don't know. There's a bunch of torn feedback on what it meant. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, it definitely got a lot of pushback. But hey, listen, everybody. We've had a very successful, nearly 3-hour stream today. I'm going to go play with my dog outside, but I appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for being kind and stopping by, and hello to all the new faces. I look forward to catching you guys on the next one, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and yeah, peace out.